Good morning. It is day 9 out of 30 of doing 333 push-ups every single day for 30 days to accumulate to 10,000 push-ups. That is the goal. We're trying to get 10,000 push-ups in 30 days, which so far we've been doing. I think that is what we are on now, on day 9. So I'm just going to go ahead and start this video off with a good 33. Let's go. Whew. Alrighty, so that is 33, and I wanted to also say, like, if you're doing this challenge, a lot of people think it's only push-ups, but I've got one guy, was actually a female, she is doing 10,000 but squats. So she's trying to do 10,000 squats in 30 days. So you can literally apply this to any challenge, you know. I think the hardest thing when it comes to, you know, these, which I'll think about it in the future, but my mind is definitely not on that, is pull-ups. I think doing 10,000 pull-ups in 30 days, for me personally, it's going to be very hard. Because I know I can do 33, rest a little bit, do 33, rest a little bit, do 33, rest a little bit. But with pull-ups, you know, I can do 15, you know, and be very tired, and if I rest, I'll probably be able to do, I don't know, 10, 12, then the third set probably just 10, and it'll just go down from there, 8, 6, 4, you know, it'll take forever to do the 333. So again, I'll think about it, because it's possible, but even, you know, even if I break it down and say 5,000, it could be something. But regardless of what I said, you can do and apply this to anything. Squats, bicep curls, star jumps, whatever it is that you want to do 10,000. It is a good challenge. It's a good way to force yourself to, not force yourself, but, you know, kind of just give yourself some goal to achieve. Anyway, let's do set number 2. Alrighty, set number 2, done and dusted. And I know some of you are going to ask, because, you know, everyone does, and they ask me about the crop top, where do I get it, and all those type of things. Now, I bought this one as Gymshark, bought this one in the UK, online, on Amazon. Well, obviously on the, not Amazon, on the Gymshark website, but they delivered it in the UK. So, because I, you know, ordering them from South Africa, it's, you know, the delivery cost is pretty expensive. It's not the end of the world, like I would do it, but every time I go to the UK, I order some while I'm there. And I'm sure they actually have a branch, I'm not sure exactly where, but I guess in London itself. I mean, I don't know, maybe around there. But I will go and visit them, the store, the physical store, when we move, so I can get a few extra pieces. It'll be really, really cool. Other than that, chest is doing fine. Today's going to be a good one. The weather looks nice, so definitely some outdoor push-ups. I'm going to hit the gym right after this, so that I can come back and immediately do the rest, or the second set, so that there's so much time for me to, you know, complete my work and then go outdoors and finish it in style. So yeah, let's do that third set, shall we? The pump today is good, feels really nice. I have to also send some pictures, some new Polaroids to my mother agency in New York, because I just want that on hand to still apply for other agencies. I mentioned yesterday that I have an interview with base models in the UK, so hopefully they they like me, maybe they like my style, who I am. Because I think a lot with, you know, not even just modeling, I think in general, the interviews, and this is just my opinion, right? Of course, they want to know if you are competent enough to do the job, and do you have the qualifications, you know, to maybe teach kids, or to work in engineering, or to be a lawyer, or whatever it is that that job entails, right? But I think, again, my personal opinion, a lot of the interview process is figuring out who that person is. Would they be able to work with him? Would they be able to, you know, guide him, teach him the business's values and standards? Do they actually align with those? And just in general, is the guy a nice guy or girl? Is he nice, you know? Is he not a snob or, you know, irritating or, well, I mean, irritating is a bit bad to not employ someone because they're irritating. I mean, that's not a big thing, but you know what I'm getting at, right? Like your personality. So that's why I always feel like when you do interviews, really show them who you are. The same way with these videos. Like I can have a little script going and say stuff like, all right guys, so today we're doing push-ups and I feel like today we're gonna do this and I want us to be together, and my voice changes. You know, there's like a singing tone to it. It's weird. I don't like it. I'd rather just be talking so that when, for instance, by chance, we walk into each other in the street or whatever, and you talk to me, this is the person that you'll be speaking to. You understand? So, anyway, let's finish the last set, shall we? Alrighty, here we go. A good 4 sets of 33. That's a total right over there. We're gonna go have some breakfast quickly, very quick, my future life, and then hit the gym, potentially do a little bit more shopping. We still need a few things for the week. Come back, do the other push-ups, do some work, and then we're going outside and explore a little bit, and I'll take you along for the ride. So stay tuned. Let's go. Alrighty, we are in the parking lot of the gym. Today I'm training chest, which is going to be a good one. You know, it's a very difficult thing because, you know, do I smash the chest and then do push-ups, or do I just like go through the motions, right? And you know, my logic tells me that I don't want to lose strength, and you know, like most people comment and say like, hey, you have to do, you know, heavy weights and progressive overload and stuff like that. So, and I understand that. So I'm gonna try and do it, but not as, you know, not as heavy, because we're still doing a challenge. We don't want to get injuries. We don't want to, you know, exhaust our chest to a point where we can't even do push-ups. So I'm gonna go a little heavier, definitely, and push myself, but just enough. Anyway, I'll show you the bump after. Let's go. All right, smashed chest, pretty much. I'm not gonna lie. I told you before I was gonna go light. I did not. I think I pressed 40 kilograms on the incline bench, which, you know, that's kind of semi my normal sets. So I, you know, kind of lied a little bit. Whoa, look at that. I'm just, you know, the thing is, I'm trying to see what the push-ups every day is doing to my chest. So the only accurate way I can judge it, because like I know my chest is pretty like wide, but is to see the push-up, you know, like how does it actually come out, and especially on the top. So that's very important. So far so good. It's only been 9 days. Let's go home, have some breakfast, then do the push-ups, or maybe I'll do the push. No. Eat first. Get protein in to these after this workout, then do push-ups, then do some work, and then we hit. I think maybe even go to the beach. Hopefully the wind isn't that bad. Let's go. A little shopping just for the week. I said a little shopping, but it ended up being quite a massive buy. But yeah, you know, if you want to be healthy, there's some sacrifices that need to be made, and you know, and when I say healthy, I'm talking about actually the quantity. A lot of people think you know, health is just eating less and running, you know, but it's actually about eating more healthy things, you know, more protein at least. So anyway, let's go home. Push-ups. Alrighty, we finished our shopping. I did a little bit of work. I'm taking a break. Normally when I take a break it's to relax, you know, it's maybe to, you know, reply to comments and things on Instagram, chill on the couch and things like that. Nowadays my breaks involve doing 100 push-ups. But let's go. It's only 21 days left after this, so you know, we just keep going, we keep smashing, and yeah, I guess the results will show in the end. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, that was a goodie. I guess the most important thing for me with today's chest session was to do everything slow. So even though, yeah, okay, I went a little heavy on some of the exercises, but you know, I did it slow enough to a point where, you know, there's no real injury that can, you know, take place. That's why even with the push-ups, for instance, you'll see that the pace isn't as, it's not like a normal pace, you know, it's obviously a little slow, a little faster. So, but because there's no real weight involved, you know, you're not going to put your muscles under pressure like that, you know. It's the same way. Let's say you're in bed, right, and you're sleeping, and I don't know, you hear a big noise or bang, and you wake up and you kind of like get up immediately, and in that process you kind of like hurt your spine or your back muscle, or maybe your neck, or some muscle is just like tight because you hurt it, because it was just too quick. The action, the reflex was just too quick for the weight that you know, wanted to move, which your body will always move to the reaction. You know, if you put your hand in fire, it'll always like do that. You know, of course, we all know that. But when you have weight on it, and too much weight, and your body tries to do that, again, it will do that, but at a cost. So that's why I'm saying, like, when you go heavier in the gym, make sure that you do it a little slower to kind of help with that, to make sure that you don't hurt yourself. Especially, like, I mean, chest. If you put on like 50, 60, 70 kilograms and you just go down without really keeping it contracted all the way, or engaged all the way down, once you hit the bottom, boom, that little jerk motion, you can rip your chest to shreds. You could even injure your joint. You know, there's so many things. Look at this little tail. So many things that you can, you know, injure yourself with. So just do it slowly. Anyway, second set, let's go. There we go. Nice little 33. And now we've got one more left. I'm gonna do a little bit more work, and then we go to the beach. Well, not really to go to the beach, obviously just for a little location change. I told you I like to kind of spice the videos up a little bit and also force myself to do something. I've already booked a really nice evening tomorrow. It starts at about 6, so you know, daily posting obviously, so tomorrow you'll see where exactly we go. I'll try and do the push-ups before, and then straight after I've completed it, it's kind of take you along for the evening to show you what we get up to here in Cape Town. So, but it won't be, I mean, it's not that crazy, but it definitely is something that is a to-do list. Not only in South Africa, I'm sure they have these type of things in the rest of the world. So if you haven't done it, I would say get on it and get it done. So yeah, I think that's enough rest. Let's smash the third one and get this day going, or get the momentum flowing. Let's go. All right, that is it. 99 push-ups, middle session. Like I said, a little bit of work, and then we hit the beach or some outdoor location. Let's go. Alrighty, so we took a little trip, and I told you I was going to try and go to the beach, and it's a bit late, but not late enough. You can clearly see the sun is coming, it's belting down, and it's almost setting, so it's going to be, hopefully we can potentially get a golden half an hour out of the golden hour. So let's go. I mean, we barely made it. There's not a lot of sun left, but we'll try. Alrighty, we're gonna do the last push-ups with a beautiful sunset. It's actually going really quickly. I missed it a bit, so let's keep going. Let's go. That's 34, done, dusted. Woo. Funny thing is, there's like a smidget left of the sun. I wonder if it's gonna be total blackout. I'm not sure if I'm even focused, but yeah, what a beautiful setting. At the moment we're in a place called Ladno. Pretty wealthy area if you think about it. You know, a lot of beach houses, like literally I can see so many of them looking onto this beautiful ocean and the sunset, of course. But yeah, let me finish the second set or second round. I'm telling you one thing though, the pump is real, and not only just, you know, on the chest, but just the tiredness of training this morning, doing chest, lifting heavy, and then coming here, you know, smashing it as well. It's quite tough, but we do what we have to do. Quite happy. Got a little pool in front of me. I was actually hoping to, because that's the thing, I had to settle for the rocks. I wanted to do it on the beach, but because the sunset, I knew that if I walk all the way to the beach, I wasn't gonna make the light. It's already going down very quickly. So I think it's important that we do the job first. Maybe tomorrow I'll go. But the point is, I wanted to go to the beach and then take a dip after, you know, after the set, just run into the ocean. Even though it's winter, super cold, I still think it would have been nice. Anyway, let me do the last set of 34 and then we go home. Alrighty. Holy moly. We're done. Let me get the camera quickly without slipping and sliding. There we go. Let me show you the view of the sun where it's set. Let's see. Oh, it's not gonna zoom in really, but those are the houses that I was talking about, right up there. My wife supporting me. So it's been good. It's been good. Anyway, thank you for watching. That's yet another 333 push-ups done and dusted. I'll see you tomorrow for day 10. Let's go.